What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome back to Venator Trading, the 10K to $2 million funding challenge, sponsored by our amazing partners, Bespoke Funding Program. And if you use the discount code Venator, you get 15% off any challenge that you buy and a lifetime 85% profit split. So hope you take advantage of that. Welcome back in. We are still currently in just a bit of drawdown, but finally the holidays are over, the summer is over, and I'm expecting the markets to begin to start moving again and getting back to their normal behavior patterns, which hopefully will smooth things out for us as well. So we'll see. We've been able to, even through some of these crappy weeks, we've been able to identify our higher time draws on liquidity. Our biases have been correct most of the time. We have just not been able to capitalize on some of these big breakout moves, unfortunately, right now. But it will come. The system does work. The trading system, the plan, there's nothing wrong with it. And it will come back around and start being profitable. We were down after two big green months in May and June. We were down 6% in the red for July, and then in August we were 2% in profit. So that brings us back to just 4% drawdown on the funded account and the phase 2 10K challenge, and we're at 3.5% drawdown on the 100K phase 1 challenge. And I am ready to start making some money. Now, I tweeted yesterday, your focus should never be to make money, and it's not. My focus is not necessarily to make money, but I'm ready to start making money. Let's be honest. The whole reason we're all doing this is to make money. So, I'm ready to start doing that. I'm ready for this drawdown period to be over. And the fact that we've been able to sit here for over 2 months now and only be 4% in drawdown with a 2% risk, mind you, 2% risk per trade, and we're only 4% drawdown after 2 months. Pretty outstanding trade management. I've gone back, I looked at the trades. There's a couple that I made mistakes on. One, we would be 4% in profit had I not been stupid and forgotten about a red folder news event that was coming and pulled my orders out of the market. But mistakes happen, and it's going to happen to you. It's going to probably happen to me again. I'm going to make a mistake. I'm human. We're not perfect. We're not Superman. We're not God. So we're going to make mistakes. And that's when having good trade management and risk management comes into play. It helps you weather those storms, those trading storms that come when you're in a losing streak or when you're in a drawdown. And so it's where we find ourselves as we start the month of February. Yesterday we did some higher time frame analysis. We're still bearish on pound and euro. And I am bullish on the dollar. And you can see overnight, I was hoping euro would pull back up and take out some of those Asian highs and Monday's highs, but it did not. It just fell off a cliff all night, pound and euro both. Nice little breaker setup here on GBP. You can see on the 30-minute and the 1 hour, we've taken out buy-side liquidity, we've rebalanced, and then we have completely displaced back below. And if you look on the 15-minute, you can see last down close candle, take out buy side. This was yesterday's in consolidation, but then we've displaced lower. If price can get back up into this order block, into this fair value gap, which is also in OTE area, and back into a premium of the London session move down, I would probably be looking to short that. Euro dollar, very similar. You're looking at the last down close candles here before we took out buy side liquidity, rebalanced, holiday traffic, displaced lower, nice fair value gap up inside here. If euro gives us any pullback at all here in the New York session, you would be, I would also be looking to take this as well. So, we'll watch and see. Where is, oh, I don't know that we're going to get a pullback. Quite honestly, it's been running pretty aggressively. The dollar shows a lot of strength. The dollar is about to tap into this daily swing high from Wednesday, May 31st. So you see this swing right here. Dollar is tapping up into it as we speak. And euro, if you'll look, that same low is way down here. So euro still has quite a bit of room to make up to take out the corresponding low here that you see the dollar taking out right now, this red line right now. So not sure what that means or what that portends for euro dollar. Is this going to be an SMT? Is this going to be a reversal? Oh goodness, we'll have to wait and see a little bit, but that is still where my draw on liquidity is. Euro is still to the downside. Pound, you can see, is a little bit closer to reaching its next run of liquidity. You can see this daily breaker here. We take out buy side. We're starting to now close through it. We didn't get an aggressive displace, but we've had a change of structure. Came back. This order block is held and it's pushing us lower. We'll see how the day closes. But I'm still definitely leaning bearish here. Still leaning bearish. So any pullbacks we get here, if we can run old liquidity, run a swing high and get displacement down, I'll be looking to short that. GJ is in a very interesting position as well. It has been in a very large uptrend and we've just been consolidating. We do have relative equal lows and a nice little fair value gap underneath us here that also lines up with a daily breaker. These last up close candles, we run sell side liquidity. Once we displace right here, this leg of displacement through this old high with this fair value gap back inside of it, still am expecting price to come down into that area. You can see it's in a breaker area right now, wherein we, depending on how you want to look at this, there's the liquidity. The last, if this liquidity is going to get run, it's right here. The last candle down is right here. Before we run this liquidity, we run it again, and then we've displaced lower. We come back up into this breaker. Now, there's not a very clean fair value gap inside of there. Haven't even looked at the 10 or 5. Doesn't look like, I don't see much there in the 10 or 5 either. But the breaker itself is a valid breaker block. Taps right back up into it, and now we're pushing price lower here. So I don't know if anybody was able to identify that. That would be outside of London and pre-New York, so I'm not sure that anybody is going to be able to catch that setup. But nice looking run of liquidity displacement, comes right back up to rebalance, hits that order block, hits that breaker, and I still think we're going to be heading down here for GJ this week sometime. So this daily fair value gap right here is still my higher time frame draw on liquidity for GJ. We'll see how that plays out. Dollar CAD, because we're bullish on the dollar, you can see yesterday we identified our higher time frame draws on liquidity. We've already taken out the most 2 recent. We've just probably actually tapped into this one as well. We did. So all 3 of those have been tapped into. That doesn't mean we still can't go higher. I am still very much bullish on the dollar. We're in an uptrend on the dollar CAD. So any pullbacks we get here on the dollar, into some of these areas, I will be looking for liquidity grabs and then displacement higher. So we did have a big run up here from London, much like euro dollar and pound dollar had a fall off the cliff. Dollar CAD was kind of on steroids overnight. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get some pullbacks into these imbalances here. It doesn't have to come all the way back down, but somewhere in there, maybe we take out this low and then displace higher, and then we continue up from there. But we'll watch and wait. Currently, there's nothing. GU's the only one that I see that if we could get a pullback on, I would be interested in going short on right now. The indexes are just moving sideways, and quite honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if the indexes just carve out some more, engineer some more liquidity here on the higher time frames, and just kind of bounce around in a pretty tight range. I don't know that we're going to see a ton of movement on this week on the indexes. I think we could engineer some liquidity. We get a little sideways, either a little downward or a little upward, but mostly sideways before we start seeing a seasonal tendency through the rest of the fall months. But we'll watch. If we see any good setups there, I'll be sure to highlight them and call them out. Currently, we've taken out sell side and we've taken out buy side. We're coming back down into a breaker block here, depending if you're bullish, then price is coming back down into a breaker here or here, either one. If you're bearish, then you're going to wait to see this sell side get run. Buy side get run, and then you're going to need to see some displacement lower. But currently, we've tapped into sell side, and then we've run up in the last couple hours here, back above buy side. So if price is going to continue higher, you would anticipate it potentially coming down into this area here. But I wouldn't be. I don't have a high confidence in anything in here right now. We're just inside this range. So seeing a move like this, knowing that this is what's been happening, this big move, all this junk right here, this is chop up land right here. So you just have to know, and through experience, you have to look and see, what's most likely to happen here. Traders are going to get chopped up. They're just engineering liquidity on the higher time frames, getting relative equal lows here, relative equal highs up here. They're putting buy side liquidity in place. They're putting sell side liquidity in place so that they can manipulate either one side or both sides and then move on from there. So I would not place a lot of confidence in this breaker right here, mostly because of what you see to the left. It's just not pretty price action. And you're just coming off a holiday. So might give the indexes one more day or 2 days, and then look for Thursday, Friday, some potential moves and swings to play on there. But I do like the GJ setup here. Nice little breaker, order block, fair value gap, OTE, quite a bit of confluence here. If we can get some pullbacks up into this level, I'll probably set an order up here and take that. But we'll see how it plays out. If we don't really have any big news events today, tomorrow we've got some ISM services, PMI. Dollar CAD has some overnight rate and the Bank of Canada rate statement coming out tomorrow. So that could be good for dollar CAD to get some volatility and produce some kind of movement there on the dollar CAD pair, the chat pair of the week. So, all right, that's about it for analysis for this morning. That's about how long it takes you. That should be about how long it takes you every day to go through 4, 5, 6 pairs pretty quickly. When you're looking at your daily bias, you look at the beginning of the week. As the week goes on, you just look to see, hey, is there confirmation that this bias is correct, or do I need to reevaluate? You look and see where are the potential setups that have formed from overnight sessions. If there are any, might be setting orders, or you might just be chilling out, and know that for the next couple hours, you're just waiting for price to show its hand. And again, we come into every single trading session neutral. I come into every trading session with the assumption that I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait until I see a setup that that checks off every single box on my trading plan. And my assumption is that it's not going to happen. I'm not here just to push buttons. I'm not here just to be in a trade. I'm not here to eliminate some kind of pain that I'm feeling about not trading. Because every time you open the markets, every time you open the charts, your subconscious brain immediately starts firing off those false alarms that there's danger, there's trouble, there's pain, there's fear that you're missing out on profits, you're not in a trade, why aren't you taking a trade? Everyone else is making money right now and you're not. All of the lies, all of the false alarms that you have to learn to ignore. You have to learn they are not accurate, they are not truth, they are not fact. You have to push them aside. Profitable traders take very few trades per month. They are extremely patient. They are extremely picky. They are not just trying to either be long or short all the time, trying to guess where the top is, trying to guess where the bottom is. They know where their draw on liquidity is on a higher time frame, and they're just waiting for their setup to form on the lower time frame to be able to capitalize on that move when their bias is correct. So we are here to practice patience. We are here to practice discipline. We are not here to gamble. We are not here just to push a button and be in a trade. We're here for the long haul, and to be in the game and be in the business for the long haul. It requires an extreme level of self-discipline and an extreme level of patience to know and understand that your focus is on the next 100 trades. It must always be on the next 100 trades. Not the next trade, not the next day, not the next week, but the next several months of trades. That's what you're concerned about, is executing at a high level over a long period of time. The profits will come. The percentages and the percentage gains will come. The payouts will come. So just stay focused, stay patient. Do not just rush in and start pushing buttons because you see somebody on Twitter say this or that. And don't necessarily push a button because I'm sitting here telling you to or not to. If it fits your trading plan, if it checks off every single box, take the trade. But I promise you, if you're trying to take 2 or 3 trades every single day, you're not going to be in a good position. You're going to be blowing more counts than you think. And the payouts you're just pushing them further down the road. So be patient. Be patient. All right, there's my opening rant, my monologue. Let me jump over to the chat. Say good morning, good evening, good afternoon to a few people. H, what's up? Cisco, Alpha Bridge, Adrian, John, Mr. Partha, LOL, Fritz, David Dreams, Corey, Red Ezekiel, Saeem, Ashok. Week 2, day 6. Welcome in, buddy. Cisco, all you guys are awesome for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being in the chat. If you're not yet over in the Discord, make sure you get over in the Discord. This month, I'm going to be picking one trader from our Discord channel who is active and who comments and who contributes to the conversation, whether that's with humor or with education, inspiration, charts, questions, encouragement, whatever it is. I'm going to be handpicking one trader from Discord this month to win a $25,000 account challenge with Bespoke Funding. So if you're not in the Discord, get over there, get in it, and just contribute to the conversation and be an active part of the Venator community there. And as you do that, I'll be choosing someone at the end of the month or near the end of the month to win a $25,000 challenge with Bespoke Funding. So I need to put in the link. Oh boy. And there's the link right there for Discord. I just popped it up in the chat. So take advantage of being part of a community where we're all just trying to help each other. I was where a lot of you guys are. I've been there. I've been in the trenches. I have failed many, many challenges. I have spent thousands of dollars on challenge fees. And I know the frustration, the anger, the fear, the depression. I understand every single bit of it. I lived it for years. And once things just turned around, when I flipped the switch, when I stopped listening to my brain, my subconscious brain, when I stopped giving in to the emotional decision making, and when I focused on just being a professional, profitable trader and instilling those habits into my trading mindset, that's when everything changed. And so I remember what it was like. And I wish there was some community around that could take you from that 90% failure club and move you over into the 10%, some even say 5%, profitable, consistently paid out traders. All right. So that's why we're here. That's why we exist. That's what Venator trading is all about. So, I want to show you this is possible. That's why this whole stream, not apart from my other funded accounts, this stream is dedicated to showing you how to start with a 10K account, passing it, getting a payout, buying more challenges, passing them, getting payouts, buying more challenges. So we're up to 3 accounts, a funded account, 2 challenges. So that's where we stand. We've hit a little bit of a roadblock, a little bit of a speed bump in our 10K to $2 million funding challenge. With the Bespoke lowering their max allocation down to $1 million, we actually could still get there by the end of this year very easily, very easily. So that's been my goal all along, is by the end of 2023, basically reach max funding with Bespoke Funding. The 10K to $2 million funding challenge can still exist. I can still purchase with my payouts even after I reach the $1 million max funding limit with Bespoke. I can then just purchase, use those payouts to start maxing out other firms as well. So it's still valid. We'll keep the title, even though Bespoke went behind my back and ruined all of my branding. What a partner. I'm just kidding. They're great. Dollars just pumping here. Again, I don't know that we're going to get any kind of decent pullback. That's unfortunate. Dollar CAD also still kind of pumping here. Interesting possible. I mean, this is getting really on dollar CAD, you do have a swing low being taken out, sell side liquidity being tapped into right here. If you look at this potentially as a breaker block, it technically is. Last up close candle, we've run sell side liquidity, tapped into it, reached down into a rebalance here, and now we're displacing higher. This current 15-minute candle here is currently starting and trying to displace above this order block. Once it does, it violates that, it becomes a breaker. If it leaves behind on the next 15-minute candle, if it leaves behind a fair value gap, that could be a nice entry here. We'll need to watch. This candle has 5 more minutes, and then we're going to need the next 15-minute candle to print something like this, leave behind a fair value gap in here that we could potentially target for an entry into something like this. And actually, you could probably even lower that. I wouldn't go more than probably. I would probably just leave it at the bodies of these candles here, and then that puts you back into something like that. But again, this 15-minute candle needs to close, and if it doesn't displace above it, that's probably not a great signal. We may come back down a little bit further, grab some more sell side. You could see how it's building in this downward motion to rebalance some of this price. So it may not be done grabbing more liquidity here. We'll let this candle print, we'll let this candle print, and then we'll be able to make a more clear decision on dollar CAD. But I'll leave this up here for a minute. We'll see how it plays out. We'll leave that markup there on the charts. But you can see the dollar's just running away here. Quite a bit of strength as anticipated. And I don't know that we're going to get any kind of pullback, unfortunately. And sometimes that happens. You just, price runs away from your point of interest. And when that happens, you do not chase price. I've used several different analogies here on the stream. A bus stop, the ocean, a surfer. There's always another bus that's going to come around. You just sit at the bus stop and you wait until the next bus shows up. You don't go running down the street after the one that you wanted to get on and you missed it. Another surfer analogy, there's always another wave to ride. So if you missed jumping up on the one wave that came by, just be patient and wait. Sit there on your paddleboard and wait. There's going to be another wave. It's the freaking ocean. The waves never stop. And this is the market. The moves never stop. There's always going to be another move. There's going to be another day. There is no reason today to try to chase where you think price is trying to go. Let me get over here into the chat. Cisco, I know I'm behind, but Cisco, that's it for analysis. Time for Brad to do nothing. You got it, man. This is what professional trading looks like. 95% of the time, you are going to do nothing. You're going to do nothing. So you got to find something else to do. What I need to do is go get my Xbox and bring it down here. And you can watch me play Starfield while we do nothing. I'm really, really enjoying that game. It's really good. They did a good job. There's some things about it that are a little buggy. Of course, it's brand new. There's always going to be bugs in games. There's some things that I wish that maybe were a little smoother or different. But overall, great game. I'm absolutely loving it. Mohammed Saeem says, hey, Brad, I took 2 losses. Account is at break even. Just wanted to update you. I figured out the issue that caused this. I might not be able to be here for the whole stream. I'll be hopping in and out. My electricity is gone because of rain, but the view is awesome. Nature is really flourishing. I love a good rainstorm. You took 2 losses. You're back at break even, man. The account's fine. There's no time limit. There's no rush. That's the beauty of... That really is the beauty of trading with these no time limit prop firms. There's no rush. You can be patient. You can just sit and wait until you see your setup. So, who cares if you were up and now you're back to break even? That's just part of the journey, man. But I do love a good rainstorm. It rained yesterday for the first time in the Houston, where I live here in the Houston area, down near NASA in the Clear Lake area. It rained for the first time in, God, it's got to be a couple months. Everybody's grass around here is just brown and dead and crunchy. Massive drought. And it rained for a good hour yesterday. And it was so nice to hear thunder and hear the rain coming down. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And just a great reminder that, the droughts will end and the rain will come. The rain of profits will come back. And that's what that's a horrible analogy. I'm being goofy. Beeswax, what's up? Casey, good morning. Historia Ross, hi all. 1-to-1 best risk for trades. It can be. 1-to-1 RR is there's a lot of people that make good money with 1-to-1 RR. You just, as long as you have a very high win rate, 1-to-1 RR is perfectly fine. You just have to understand that you're missing out on a little bit more profit that you could probably pull out of the markets. I'm a 1-to-2 trader. I'm perfectly fine with making twice as much when I win as when I lose. So, and because of that, I can have a 50 to 60% win rate, which is currently where I fluctuate between right now. And I'm doing great. I'm doing well. So 1-to-1 is not bad. There's, like I said, you can make a lot of money 1-to-1 as long as you have a good system that can identify at a 65 to 70% win rate on 1-to-1. You should be okay. But I would be making sure that my win rate over 100 trades in a live market is around that 60 to 70, somewhere between 60 and 70% on a 1-to-1. It just needs to be above 50% to be break even, or right at 50% basically to be break even. So anything over 50% on 1-to-1 is still probably in the long run going to be profitable. It's just going to take you a lot longer to get there, depending on how many trades you find and can take. Cisco, RR alone means little. Need to know win rate also to know if the strategy is profitable. Basically what I just said. Good job, Cisco. Casey, I was down 2%. Now I'm up 0.5% for this month. Oh, good job, Casey. Good to hear it. Cool something. I don't know what the rest of your name is. Hey, Vin took 3 winning trades during London, back at break even now. Awesome. I don't know if you took 3 trades in today's London session. It's quite aggressive. I don't take 3 trades in a week. So to take 3 trades in one session is quite aggressive. And if you're, depending on what your risk percentage is, if that's what you're trying to do every single day, buddy, you are in the minority of people who are going to be consistently getting paid out. The traders who are getting the most consistent payouts and who are getting the largest amounts when they're getting paid out, those traders are only taking maybe 8 to 12 trades a month. And if you're taking 3 trades a session, that's 15 to 20 trades a week. That's what, 70 to 80 trades a month? I just don't see how anybody can stay consistently accurate at that amount of trades. There's no system out there that you're going to be able to execute and stay consistently profitable over that long period of time with that many trades every single session or every single day. I highly, highly, highly encourage you, cut back, take fewer trades, narrow and filter them down to the best trades you can take. Yes, today you might have won 3, but if you go in tomorrow and you take 3, and you lose all, you could just as well lose all 3. It's just, I promise you, for your psychology, for your mindset, and for building in the habits that you need to sustain in this business for the long haul, 3 trades in one session is extreme. So to get out of the 90% club and into the profitable, consistently paid out club, cut back on those trades. I'm glad you're back to break even though. Congratulations. History, can I ask this stream how to get 7 funding figures in 10 years? I don't think it should take you 10 years to get seven figures. I think it should only, I mean, if you do it right, you could do it in under a year. If you stack your accounts and you can be consistently profitable, there's no reason why. Now, if you're talking about your own personal account, I mean, you're going to need to take these payouts, take every single payout you get, put it into a personal account, and then do the same thing you're doing here on your personal account and just watch it grow. Very possible to do. But, I mean, the plan is be patient. If you go watch my $10K to $2 million video, where I break down exactly the step-by-step process, how I'm starting with a 10K account and going to $2 million in funding. You can go watch that video on my YouTube channel. It tells you step-by-step exactly how to do it. And we could potentially, hopefully, we'll be there by the end of this year, 2023. We've got 4 more months, and that's plenty of time to reach that goal. It really is. A couple good win streaks, if we can get this phase 1 down here, if we can get this 100K challenge passed and reach an 8% payout, we'll be able to purchase the remainder of our capital to reach $1 million pretty easily. And then it's just passing one more phase 1, phase 2, and you're $1 million funded. So it could very well happen in the next 8 to 12 weeks, easily. Decided to do so on the comp account, only taking so many trades on the comp account. Oh, I see. Okay, it's the competition account. I got you now. 8 a month with a 1 to 2 RR. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, the competition account. Yeah, if you want to do that on your competition account, whatever. It truly, the competition accounts are slot machines. And if you don't treat it like a slot machine, if you're actually trying to win or place and get a free account or some kind of cash payout, like you actually want to try to win be on the leaderboard for the competition accounts, you have to treat it like a slot machine. You're going to have to be aggressive. You're going to have to use whatever the max lot size is. You're going to have to try to just take some gambles and hit some big winners. And you're probably going to have to take multiple trades more than you would normally. I mean, sadly, that is the nature of competition accounts. It's who can get the luckiest in the shortest amount of time. It does not necessarily instill in you good habits for live trading. But as long as you can compartmentalize a competition account and those bad gambling habits and keep that away from interfering with how you approach and trade your live funded or challenge accounts, then, they're fun to play with. Saeem, I summarized all my trading rules and bullet points and I put it into my charts so I never forget these. I'm done with my bullshit mistakes. That's fantastic, dude. I mean, that really is what it comes down to, Saeem, is just this. It's getting so disgusted with continuing to repeat the same mistakes over and over that eventually you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you just man up and you grow up and you just take control. You take control of yourself. You talk it out in your head, you talk it out loud, whatever you need to do, but you take control of yourself. And you refuse to allow your childish behavior to continue to interfere with your long-term goals. And the sooner you can put the childish things away, the sooner you're going to be able to reach those goals, those profitability goals. So if that means writing your rules down and having them up on your chart, I think there's a text tool somewhere that allows you to anchor a text somewhere so that if you move your chart, it just moves along with the chart. It just stays wherever you put it while the background moves. So if that means putting your rules and they're just always, I think there's another trader on here, Daz, who does that over in the Discord. I've seen it on his charts where he has all of his rules right here in the corner. And so when you're looking at his screenshot, you can see his rules and you can see exactly why he's posting trades and setups. So, if you're struggling with remembering what your rules are, or you're just struggling to keep your rules, having them right in front of you on the screen is a big help. It can really help you just kind of lock down, when you're wanting to break a rule and they're staring you right in the face. Sometimes that accountability alone can keep you from making a bad decision. A friend asked me if Madison from BFP is married. I don't think so, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think she is. I know she's got a couple of kids, but I don't know if she's married. She could be, but I don't know. And I haven't asked. Kind of weird for me to ask, hey, Mads, are you married? I'm already married. So haven't gotten that personal into details. I'm sure you could just tweet her and find out. Definitely not for a friend. Oh, gosh. Say, I was watching her interviewing some dude and he saw her and immediately asked, is she married? No clue, man. Okay, calm down. I'm just messing with you. I mean, I could message her and find out real quick for you if you really want me to. Bene says, good morning, Venator. Got your eye on any setups for today. Watching this GU setup here, price can pull back up into this order block, into this breaker, into this little fair value gap area. Get back above into a premium of the London session move. I would be looking to short GU. EU, similar setup. It would have a little bit more room to have to need to run. GJ, just chilling and watching. Dollar CAD. Obviously the setup that we had drawn out, it did not displace above. We were looking to see if this candle, when we drew this out, this candle was way up here and displacing above this high. It's reaching back down for more liquidity. So that's actually better for us because that's giving us another run on sell side liquidity here. So if we can get some displacement higher, then maybe we'll see a move there. Other than that, no, we're just chilling. I think it won't be bad if we have like 25 likes as 25 participants. I don't even know what the likes are at. 16, 17, something like that. I need to take a screenshot of this and send it to Mads. She'll love it. I bet she can't wait for randos to tweet her relationship status. I'm not quite a rando. I'm actually in I'm in a group message thread that she's in with some of the other Bespoke partners. So me asking her, she would probably get a kick out of it. You tweeting her, she would probably block you. If I just screenshot this chat and send it to her, everyone in that other thread would give her a hard time for the rest of the day, I promise you. But I've never asked. Yeah, I might look to get short on G if we get pulled back. Kind of looks like it just wants to roll over from here, though. She'll never show up in the chat again if she thinks that the chat is stalking her. That's for dang sure. It's not the chat, only John. LOL, did John private message you and pay you to ask that question in the chat? That wouldn't surprise me. I feel like that's something John would do. John's also married, by the way. I don't think it's John. Ugh. Got this new creamer for my coffee. Actually, my wife got it. It's 0 sugar creamer. It's got that very fake kind of chemically taste to it. I'm just not a fan. That's why he's asking through someone else. Oh boy, here we go. John, I need additional cash or I might leak our chat. Come on. Happily married. Well, what does that even mean? Saim, am I the only one who is young and in his prime? Now, I think most of the chat is actually young, Saim. I am the old guy. Me and John are the old guys in here. There's somebody else in here. Mr. Alfie just had a son. I'm not sure how old Mr. Alfie is, but Mr. Alfie just had his son Xavier. I'm not sure how old that makes him. There was someone else in here. I cannot remember who it is, but I think they're actually older than me. They're in their 50s. Which is ancient, but I can't remember who it is. Shafa, what's up, girl? I know Corey is young. He's a young gun. LOL's 22. Cisco's 31. Saeem, what do you think my age is? Probably in your 20s. I'm just guessing. Mr. Alfie is our age. That's right. I remember. I couldn't remember who it was. I do remember there was someone, another fellow Gen Xer, the forgotten generation in here. Legally 18, real age 21. I don't even know what that means. Legally 18, but real age is 21. I don't understand. Shafa, I'm okay. Thank you. How are you? I'm doing great. Doing great. Glad you could be back on the stream, man. Hope your trading's going well. 51. That's it, Mr. Alfie. I knew you had me by a couple years. 72. Yeah, I'm 75. I am the 1975 fam. My older brother is... Oh, I guess you're 1 year older than my oldest brother. Asian stuff. What does that even mean? How can you legally be 18 but your real age is 21? Does that mean they don't start counting birthdays until you're 3 years old? Your first 3 years don't count? But your real age is you've been alive for 21 years but you're only 18 legally? I'm trying to understand what that means. Trying to change my baby's sleep time to join the streams. Oh, I'm sure your baby's gonna understand completely why he needs to change the way he sleeps so mama can get on and watch some random dude in another country talk about trading. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort, but Brad, I'm not sure we want more details from here. People reduces your age in the legal documents that you can get government job. Huh. That's interesting. Lee. I also identify as a 25-year-old Lee. Actually, probably more 35 for me. I can barely remember 25. 25, I was, that was the year 2000 for me. The Y2K, that's when I was 25. Some of you were just a glint in your father's eye in the year 2000. Today, I was very proud of myself. I did not FOMO during the London session and stuck to my rule of no trading before 7 a.m. Good job, Shafa. Stick to those rules. It's going to pay off in the long run. It may not pay off today, but that's okay. It will pay off soon. Meh, I'm kind of young. Corey 20. Yeah, Corey celebrated his 20th birthday like the first week of the stream. I remember. It was late May, I think. Wasn't it, Corey? That was it was like your first week in the stream and you had your birthday. Am I right in thinking that in China your age is taken from conception, so you're already 9 months old when you're born? I mean, technically that's true. Technically, I kind of agree with that. You have been alive for 9 months already before you come out of your mother's womb. 100% agree. In that case, I'm already 49. And I don't like that. So I'm going to nix that rule. I changed my mind. I don't like that. I'm still 48. Even though the setup was there, the entry was missed, time was spam. 6 a.m. Yeah, you got to stick to your rules. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hit your rules, you don't take the trade. Shadow Trades 21. 2000, I wasn't born. Yeah, I bet several of you in here were not born in 2000. I was 25 years old. I had been married for 4 years. And I had, I already had 2 children in the year 2000. 2 of my 4 kids had already been born. That's how much more life I got on most of you, except John and Mr. Alfie. Mohammed says the whole Bangladesh is rigged. Hey, listen, Saeem, it's not just Bangladesh that's rigged. The entire world is rigged. It doesn't matter what country you live in, it's all rigged. It's all rigged. Don't ever believe anything different. Cool, I wasn't born till 06. Oh my gosh. Bunch of young old kids in here. I saw a dead body fall from a building 2 months ago. My gosh. What the hell, man? Why are you bringing that bad juju into the stream? Don't throw that in the chat. God, I just start reading messages randomly. I need to preview them before I start reading them out loud. What the heck, man? It was my 29th. It was not your 29th. Oh, it was May 29th. May 29th. Yeah, I thought it was pretty early. We had been streaming for about 2 weeks at that point. Chef, I understood there. My problem was after many trades. The problem was just my entry. I would jump in late. It's important to finally understand what the issue is. If you don't know the problem, you can't fix the problem. So, bully for you. I act my shoe size, not my age. Sadly, Mr. Alfie, I think that's the problem with most failing traders, is they act their shoe size, not their age. Great way to put it. Venator Trading identifies Clint Eastwood's character in Gran Torino. I think that accurately sums up how I view you as well, John. The grumpy old man ready to get off my lawn. Shadow Trace, but you don't look 48, or is it because I'm on mobile you look 25? Yeah. You know what? If I do have, I am blessed to have good genetics, I guess, because I often get misaged. My wife and I both, man. We look way younger than we are. Most people think I'm in my late 30s when they see me. So in person, most are shocked that I am nearly half a century old and have 4 grown children, 2 of them married. I'm ready to be a grandpa, man. That's where I'm at in life. We started young so that we could finish young, basically. And it's paying off. So I highly recommend, I mean, I highly recommend starting young. I think it's way overrated to live out your party and sow your seeds. I think it's way overrated. Find the love of your life, commit to them for life, get married, start a family, raise your kids. It's going to be hard. It's hard no matter what. But starting young, I loved it. I would definitely go back. I would 100% do it all again. No doubt. Shafa, we're just kind of, we're waiting see if we get any pullbacks on Euro. I'm interested in shorting GU at this breaker up here if we get any kind of pullback. GJ is just chopping around right now, not doing much. Dollar CAD, if we can get some displacement higher, then I would be interested potentially in a dollar CAD trade as well. Not going to really be looking at the end of season until after the 9:30 open, which will probably be off the stream before the indices open at 9:30, so nothing there. But my best setup currently is getting short up in here on GU. Not sure if we'll get there or not. Dollar CAD has taken buy side liquidity. Looks like we might retrace. Potentially dollars taken up and reached into its higher time frame drawing liquidity. Again, my overall bias still has the dollar reaching up into this volume and into these relative equal highs. I know we've tapped into it here. We could get a pullback for sure. Euro dollar hasn't even come close to reaching the same correlated low as that dollar high. So we'll just have to wait and see what price wants to do. Brad doesn't age like the actor from Titanic. I have secretly, I'm a vampire. I've been around for hundreds of years. That's why I never age. Alex says, what lot size would you use for a 10K funded account in order to manage risk? Well, that's the wrong question to ask, really. The question to ask is, what percentage of your account are you willing to risk per trade? So that's the question you need to answer, Alex, is what percentage of my account size am I willing to risk per trade? If it's 1%, so that would be $100 on a 10K account, then your lot size is determined by how big your stop loss is. So you're not going to have just a set lot size for a 10K account. Every trade will be different. Every lot size will be different per trade, depending on how much you're risking. So for instance, if I took this GU trade and I'm risking 14 pips, well, that lot size is going to be different than if I was risking 50 pips. So if I'm risking 1% with a 14 pip stop loss, then it's going to be one size. it's going to be whatever that lot size is. But if I risk 1% on a 28 pip stop loss, it's going to be, that lot size is going to be cut in half. So your lot size is never set to one specific size. It's always determined by how much are you willing to risk on this trade and what is my lot size. That's what is my stop loss, and then that will determine your lot size. So ask a better question. And that's not saying that was a dumb question. I'm just saying the better question is, what are you willing to risk and what's the size of your stop? Those two questions identify your lot size. I was too immature to start young. Well, hell, John, I was too immature to start young. All of us are too immature to start young. That doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. We're too immature to be traders, but here we are trading, most of us. Cisco firing shots. He says, John, you're still too immature. Yeah, Hang Dong. How can you leave a comment like that and be married and have twin daughters in college and you're in streams on YouTube? Well played, Cisco. Mr. Alpha, or maybe Brad is actually Benjamin Button. I am aging backwards. This time in 20 years from now, I will be a mere 8-year-old. Awesome, Alex. Cool. Hey, thanks for the question and thanks for being in the chat, man. Welcome in here anytime. LOL. Can't imagine my life without a lot size calculator. I can't either. Trying to do different pairs and different lot size calculations would be horrendous without a lot size calculator. I use it every day. Isn't 35 the age to start? 35? No. You realize that the prime childbearing years for a woman are between 16 and 30. Those are the prime years for your wife to bear children. That's how genetically and biologically her body is built. The best age to start having children is between 16 and 30. Now, I'm not telling you to go get a 16-year-old and get her pregnant. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you, biologically, women are meant to have children at a young age. Anything over 30 years is moving into high-risk pregnancy age. Now, I know that medical advancements have been made. There are plenty of women that have babies in their 30s and 40s. I get that. I'm just telling you, biologically, not culturally. Your culture tells you you should put off having a family as long as you can. Be a young man, sow your seeds, whatever it is, live your life, build your career. Put off having a family. That's what the culture tells you. I'm telling you, biologically, we are meant to start our families and raise children when we are young. That's when you have the most energy. Yeah, you might be immature. You're going to be immature. You're not going to have it figured out. And the more you're online and on social media and invested in what the culture is telling you how to live, you're going to get sucked into the belief that you should push it off as long as you can. That's a lie. Not everything that culture tells you is truth or facts. I'm telling you, just look at nature. Look at nature. Look at the way we're built and wired. You are meant, just biologically. I'm not talking about legally. Obviously, you should not go get minors pregnant. But that's the way we are genetically and biologically made, is to have children when we're young. Now, whether you have matured enough to a point where you could be trusted to raise a child, that is totally up for debate, 100%. But that's more of a cultural response, not a biological or nature response to actual childbearing and raising. Oh my gosh, John still has a kid in 7th grade. Oh, dude, middle school is the worst. I hated middle school for all of my kids. Middle school was absolutely horrendous. We call it junior high in down here in Texas, junior high or intermediate. It goes back and forth. Intermediate school, junior high, middle school. It's all the same. That is absolutely the worst age for kids to go to school in. It sucks. Saeed, if I'm 35, can't I marry a 20-year-old? Oh, absolutely. Good luck with that, Saeed. Good luck with that, buddy. There's not a lot of 20-year-olds out there that are looking to marry a guy 15 years older than them. So let me know how that goes. Don't start at 16, though. Don't start at 16. Bad idea. John, if I'm being too much, my apologies. Joe, good mood today. I think John, out of anybody in here, can take a crack or two. This stream should be named Life Advice by Brad. It certainly is more of that than it is actually trading. I saw a meme that an 18-year-old dude asking to adopt a 17-year-old orphan girl. What? Jeez. I can always count on the stream to throw out some random stuff in there that just takes everything in a whole new direction. I'm not advising you as an 18 or 19-year-old to go adopt a 17 or 18-year-old girl. Come on, guys. I know you're just joking. I'm just kidding. At last, I can understand what we're talking about. I used to sit and think about what the hell these guys are talking about. Yeah, I know the cultural language barrier and the jokes don't always come across the different languages and cultures and countries, but sarcasm is the vein of comedy, it seems, here on the chat. So you better get really good with sarcasm or it's not going to make sense. Oh. Into the 8 o'clock hour. And there's not much going on. So good thing the chat's popping off today because nothing on the charts. What happened to our gaming channel? This conversation is getting weird and that's me saying that. John says it's getting weird. We have crossed into some new weird territory if John's uncomfortable. Our gaming channel, I need to go get my Xbox and bring it down here to where all my streaming stuff is. And then we can do it. But the problem is I'm only going to be able to stream to Twitch right now, it seems. Because if I stream directly from the Xbox, I'm not going... like it doesn't direct to YouTube. I'm going to have to get like a third party device or streaming service or something to be able to mirror my Twitch stream onto YouTube if I do the gaming channel. Having a quiet market with no setups feels kind of nice. It's fun not having a trade to watch. I promise you, the more you can fall in love with just sitting and watching price print candles and deliver, it's fascinating, and you can really learn to appreciate, and you can learn patience and build all kinds of good self-discipline just sitting here, chilling out, hanging out with some friends, enjoying each other's company while you're not doing anything. You're just sitting here watching price, and if price gets to where you want it to be, then you take a trade. I mean, there's been days that as soon as we've gotten onto the stream, we're calling out trades. And then there's been weeks where we haven't taken a trade. So it goes back and forth. it's a pendulum, depending on price action and how everything's going. It's a total pendulum of what you can expect to happen on any given day. What's up, Akon? Good afternoon. Welcome in, buddy. Been watching past 4 days, 12 trades, and I'm even hoping I don't get a setup right now. I don't necessarily not hope for a setup. I definitely hope for a setup, but I just assume every day, I assume that I'm not going to take a trade. And when I sit down and I open the charts assuming that, it's so much easier to be patient and fight FOMO, because I still get FOMO. I see price running away like I did overnight on GU, and I get FOMO, and I'm like, God, I could have made money. I just need to take a trade. I just need to push a button. But now I don't really struggle. Even though I feel that, I don't struggle with it. I might still feel FOMO, but I feel a lot of things. Whether I'm on the charts or not, emotions are running through my body and my brain 24 hours a day. You're feeling something about some situation. And if all you ever do is give in to your emotions, your life is going to be miserable. No other point in life should we or do we just let emotions dictate our responses. It's a very unhealthy and unwise way to live. So stay in control. Stay in control. We got 31 viewers. We're up to 25 likes. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good ratio, I think. 25 likes from 30 viewers. Now, the problem is when you actually think about the viewers, we're averaging between 100 and 200 viewers per stream. So we have about 100 to 200 unique viewers that come into the stream for any amount of time. As long as they're here for, I think, like 10 seconds, it counts them. Maybe even just 1 second. I don't know. So only... I know we keep a pretty consistent 30 to 40. Yeah, the bumps. We definitely get bumps during the giveaways. I mean, that's to be expected. That is to be expected. I'm telling you though, the ones that are going to be growing and consistently, like go look at our trophy room. Already in the Discord in our trophy room, we've got several certificates. We're still waiting. I think we have a payout in there too. We need to get some more payouts up in the trophy room. And they're coming. They'll get there. Can you maybe make a short video on how to use the trade manager you are using, please? You talking about the trade calculator? Like the trade assistant? Is that what you're talking about, Shafa? Mohammed, what's your thought on Fiverr's trading? Will you include them in your portfolio? Early on, I tried an account with Fiverr's. Oh, they've been around a long time. So they're definitely kind of, I think, built out to be in this for the long game. Back when it was basically just FTMO, Fiverr's was around about that time. That was about FTMO's really only competition. I haven't looked at their trading rules or challenges or conditions recently, but I think, let me look at it. We can, the fivers. Let me look and see real quick. So they have a boot camp program, a low priced program. Here, I can pull this up here. It is not for everyone. It's designed to test the consistency and discipline of skilled traders. Traders that want to apply for a trading seat with us will need to complete 3 challenge phases on a demo account. The challenge aims to look for consistency and profitability. So obviously consistency is that's a key word that they're going to put in there. So they're going to make sure you're not over leveraging and that you have wild lot sizes. Once the 3 challenge phases have been completed, the trader will start trading on a live funded account and be applicable for a profit split. So the bootcamp program, demo trade to show your skill. $95 for a 100K, $225 for 250K, and here it is. The leverage is 1 to 10. That is extremely low leverage. No minimum trade days or trades requirements. Unlimited time to complete. Your account expires if you have 14 days of inactivity. So, but here's the thing. If they're looking for consistency and you have to take a trade inside of 14 days, and let's say you took a micro lot 0.01 trade, that might count that against you for the consistency. So even though there's no time limit, if they enforce that consistency rule, they could violate you and say you can't move forward because you took a micro lot trade. But you were only doing it because they have a 14-day inactivity rule, which is basically a time limit. No copy trading. All trades across each account will need to be different. Your max loss on a 50K account is 5%. So your maximum drawdown is 5%, and your profit target is 6%. So you have to make more than you can lose. Another negative, in my opinion. So you have a 14-day inactivity, you have consistency rule, and you have 1 to 10 leverage. You have a tiny drawdown and a larger profit target to hit. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. I'm not interested at all in taking that challenge. Live trading stages. A one-time payment only after passing the challenges. So you have to pay to take the challenge, and then once you're funded, they're going to make you pay more. Bad. Growth. Step up. Every time you make 5%, they will step you up in growth. The profit split is up to 100% or 0%. Leverage is 1 to 10. Bad. Maximum number of active accounts per trader is 3. Traders that have started a 100K bootcamp will get a 75 to 25 payout ratio. Again, that's not even close to industry standard. Industry standard is 80% right now. Payout ratio from the second stage up until $2 million. Max loss on a funded account is 4%. If you make 5%, you get 50-50. That's with 100K. So this is not great. I don't like this at all. Why would I sign up for that? Bad idea. Not interested at all. Stop loss is required. Well, that should be a no-brainer, but they actually require you to enter a stop loss. If you fail to do so, they can breach your account. If you forget to put a stop loss in, you cannot risk more than 2% of the account balance. I actually like this rule. I actually like that a prop firm would put in a maximum risk per trade. That is actually very helpful for traders. So I kind of like that rule. Opening a position without a stop loss order or risking more than 2% of the account in a single position will be considered a risk violation, which means you're done. Any account with 5 violations will automatically be terminated. Oh, well, they give you basically 5 strikes. So you have 5 chances or 5 mistakes to make, and then the leverage is 1 to 10. It's crazy tiny. News trading is allowed except for bracketing strategies, meaning you have orders set both above and below for breakouts. That's against the rules. During the challenge stages, each level will be accessible up to 48 hours after completing the previous level. So not the fastest turnaround time on passing challenges to getting new credentials. Holding open trades overnight and over the weekend is allowed. Holding indices over the weekend carries very high swaps. I don't hold over there. It wouldn't affect me. Accounts without activity for more than 14 days will be closed. The trading account will automatically expire after 14 days of inactivity. Gosh, I got a gnat or something flying around my face. Maximum number of accounts per trader is 3. Each account must have a different trading method. So you can't stack accounts and use the same method. You have to have a different trading strategy for each account you purchase. Bad. Click here for the terms and conditions. Well, we just read them and they suck. I don't want to read any more about them. So that's the boot camp. Boot camp program is a no-go. Hypergrowth. The program with the highest success rate in the industry. Trade with no time pressure and grow your account up to $4 million. Choose your entry level. Apply for $10,000, $20,000, $40,000. The evaluation funding capital, 5, 10, and 20. The target is 5% profit with a 6% drawdown. Daily pause at 3% drawdown. Unlimited, 1 to 30, a little bit better. One-time fee. I don't know what the bonus means. So anytime you see a profit target that's nearly twice as much as your drawdown level, run away. That's insane. You have to make nearly twice as much. If you lose 6%, you're out. But you have to make 10%. So you have to make nearly twice as much as what your drawdown level is. Nope. High stakes. High risk, high reward program for the confident trader. Pass the 2-step evaluation and receive the best growth plan available. Evaluation phase on 5, 20, 60, and 100K demo accounts. Unlimited time to trade. You have to have a minimum of 3 profitable days. So you can't pass until you've had 3 profitable days, which means you cannot pass in 1 day. You cannot pass in 2 days. You have to have 3 profitable days. And I'm guessing a micro lot profitable trade does not count. The max daily loss is 5%. Okay, that's not too bad. The maximum loss is 10%. That's pretty industry standard. And profit target of 8% and 5%, 10% for growth. So if you want to scale up, you've got to hit 10%. Otherwise, your account stays where it's at. So this is more of an industry standard. I don't like the minimum profitable days. That kind of sucks. For a 100K account, it's $495. That's not bad. You do get a refund of that once you're a high stakes trader. The profit share, you get $95 when you pass phase 1, and you get a 80 to 100% profit split. So this high stakes trader program is more in line with what most firms are offering, minus the minimum profitable days. Why have this rule? It's just to make you feel the pressure to take more trades to get a payout. So that's a horrible rule. I hate that rule. But everything else looks okay. Unlimited time, 5% daily, 10% max, 8% profit, 5% profit. You get the refund. You get a good profit split. So this is the only program. The high risk, high stakes challenge is the only program from Fiverr that I would be interested in doing, but I wouldn't do it unless it was the very last prop firm that I needed to do something with. Mostly because of that right there. That rule alone is just dumb. What's the leverage on the high stakes challenge? They don't have the leverage here. Leverage 1 to 100. There you go. All right. So high stakes challenge is the only one that makes sense. MT5. You can't trade 2 minutes before or after high impact news, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. They use equity, the highest between either equity or balance. I don't really like that rule. It's not great. Most industry standard right now is balance based, not equity. So if you are a trader who swing trades and your equity at the end of the day is up 3%, you can't lose if you go into drawdown the next day, you lose that profit. That counts against your daily loss limit. So equity drawdown is bad. Balance-based drawdown is the way to go. A profitable day is a day on which the closed positions made a positive profit of at least. It's not just 3 profitable days. It's 3 profitable days of 0.5% profit. Wow. You have to make 0.5% profit for 3 days to pass each phase and to reach a payout. So they just have these random little rules in here. This is to screw traders over. It's these kind of rules right here that screw traders over. They are not interested in helping traders reach payout. They are interested in traders not passing and not reaching payout with these kinds of rules in place. So, no. Definitely not a Fivers fan. Why in the world would I ever think about taking a trade like that? That is horrendous. Pass. That was a long-winded explanation to show you if you're going through the terms and conditions and you're reading all the challenge rules and requirements, that is a great example of, I can't believe people pay money to trade with them when there's companies like Bespoke who have way better trading conditions. They don't have all those stupid rules. They have good leverage. They don't have consistency rules. You just can trade. You just trade without all of these other hoopla that you got to jump through. Just use Bespoke. And when you do, use that discount code Venator for 15% off and an 85% lifetime profit split. The more you guys use that code, the more it helps the stream out. So I do appreciate it if you use that, if you're going to purchase challenge. I know that they run discounts that offer a little bit better. And if you do that, just use my affiliate link in the YouTube bio, please. You can still take advantage of a slightly better discount. They have one right now that's like 22.5% off. It's crazy. But use the affiliate link, and then that will still get credited to the Venator stream here, and helps the stream out. I don't ask you guys for any money ever. I do this completely free. But for me to be able to help monetize the channel, the partnership with Bespoke does help. And when you can use that affiliate link or use the discount code, that helps as well. What's your thought on Fivers trading? There, I just gave him 10K monthly salary if you reach max funding. They don't want you to reach max funding based on their rules, same. Watch out, Fivers founder address yesterday. The liquidity providers are Saxo. Been trading with them and they have the best spreads. Can you post your certificates to Trophy Room? I can post this. I can post certificates from this stream. I can post those in there. I'm because the other ones are with different firms and they're outside of the purview of why I'm doing this. My wife and I have chosen not. One of the rules that I made with my wife was I'm not going to post our financials apart from the stream. So that's the agreement I made with her. Anything to do with this stream, I will post. Absolutely. Loyalty. Many confuse their boot camp with industry programs. They have high stakes programs, similar industry. Chill on the Fivers. That's the first time I've looked at the Fivers in several years, and now I remember why. What do I think of Fidel Crest? I haven't looked at Fidel Crest at all. I have no idea. They have 20% profit target, but that's also the max drawdown. Again, doesn't sound great to me. Equity-based drawdown sucks. I agree. Philip, their scaling plan is not good at all. Why can't they make it simple? Hit 20%, then scale double the account till you hit max allocation. So my French, but I will say that again. Equity-based drawdown sucks. I agree. Fiverr's rules can't pretty much endorse overtrading. Or can pretty much endorse overtrading. They're just, they're set up. They have those little bitty rules in there that are designed to make you fail. They are trying to increase the failure rate. They are not trying to increase traders' profitability. That's not what they're trying to do. They are trying to increase the failure rate with those rules in place. And anybody that tells you differently is full of crap. I was just curious, in the future, we all need to diversify. I agree, Siam. You should definitely diversify, but there's plenty of other firms out there. You can reach multiple millions of dollars in funding across plenty of other firms that have incredible trading conditions, great pricing structure, good scaling plans, without all of the rigmarole and hidden rules that are designed to make you fail. So, like I said, Fivers would have to be the very last prop firm that I have yet to be max funded with before I would ever consider trying to add them to the portfolio. The MyForexFed website was up and again went down. Yeah, I saw somebody screenshot something earlier today where it went back up and now it's back down. So who knows what's going on? I don't care about my Forex funds anymore. The only thing I care about with my Forex funds is how badly are they staining the reputation of good trading prop firms and fund firms, and what fallout is going to come to traders because of that. Check out a prop firm called Funding Traders. I'll have to take a look at them. I know there's a bunch of them out there right now. Siam, I'm sticking with Bespoke Funding, Pips, and Union Wealth Management. Never heard of Union Wealth Management. But Bespoke is good. Funding Pips is a newer firm. They're offering some lower priced challenges. They seem to be doing well. I don't know much about them, and I haven't looked at any of their plans or challenges. So I haven't really no comment on that. All right, we're into the 8:30 hour. The first little open here for indices. Looks like you're getting a little bit of a drop off here. Will be interesting to see inside this chop what happens with this breaker here. Since we grabbed sell side, displaced above, we've grabbed buy side. If it wants to displace back through, then these relative equal lows down here probably are the sell side liquidity targets. You have some obviously higher time frame trend lines up here that it may want to liquidate on the buy side. So it could go either way here. It's right in the middle of neutral land for me, which again, I said early in the stream, I would not trust this breaker based on the sloppy price action around it. Dollar's still screaming higher. Doesn't look like we're going to get a New York pullback here. Euro is still tanking pretty good. Again, another beautiful case of where your higher time frame bias is correct and you just don't get an entry to participate in the move. I don't know, man. Holiday market, so it's just playing catch up from yesterday and from the beginning of the month last week. So we had a holiday. Friday, you had NFP, then you had a choppy holiday, and so it's just catching up, and it's just aggressively moving. And that's fine. It can do that. Not a big deal. Ooh. I'll stay on for about 20 more minutes, I think. And then we'll get off and hang out in the Discord for a little while. Oh. Just looking at some other messages here and some of my other threads I need to catch up with. Nothing going on there. Anybody going over on Discord? What's happening over there? I don't think anybody's posted much. Shadow Trade's posting some setups in there. Well done, Shadow. I like it. We are up to, let's see, 117 members in the Discord, so that's cool. One of you will win one of those 117 will win a 25K challenge. So again, I'm just looking for the traders that are in there and consistently contributing. And just, participating in the conversation. That's really what makes the Discord channel click. Just like the stream, really. It's the chat. So the more you guys are active in there and posting and contributing, either asking questions, answering questions, inspiring, encouraging, posting memes, whatever, one of you guys will win a 25K challenge with Bespoke Funding, which is a great challenge, by the way. A 25K, that's 2.5 times the size of our normal 10K account giveaway. So, and then I'm super excited because we are still giving away a 100K account for our 100th live stream that is coming up in about 3 weeks. Oh man, I got the yawns today. The market is boring. Nothing is happening. Nothing is moving. We're not getting any real displacement or liquidity grabs. Dollar CAD taken out sell side again and has continued to fail to displace higher. Here's that volume imbalance on the DXY that I think we'll probably tap into. Euro still has quite a bit of room to run. I mean, dollar has already taken out this correlated high, the DXY. Euro is, look how far Euro is still away from that. Like, it is a significant 85 pips away still. I mean, that's a big SMT divergence right there if the dollar does indeed collapse and fall back underneath there. What ICT playlists or videos would you suggest for us to watch, please and thank you? I would definitely suggest the 2022 YouTuber mentorship. It's great. It's probably about all you need. It's the most concise and clear understanding of a few very simple ICT concepts. And just using them and them alone, you would be able to more than easily more than you need to build a profitable system. After that, it gets a little fuzzy because his sniper series is pretty good. His series on optimal trade entries is pretty good. And his series on the market maker series is also pretty good. And I say pretty good because it's not concise. It takes a lot more time and effort and energy to listen through everything that he's talking about and deciphering it down into a usable, tradable system that you can take to the market. So 2022 YouTube mentorship, his sniper series, optimal trade entry series, and market maker series, probably the ones that you'll probably find the most beneficial. But really all you need is the 2022 YouTube mentorship series. Is just start in January of 2022 and then just go all the way through. You're going to get more than enough information to really get a good grasp of some basic ICT concepts. God, my allergies. My nose is super stopped up today. If I ever get that 100K, I'm a big boy for life. 100K can make a huge difference. I know my luck on getting fund accounts, it's never going to my favor, but I'm 24/7 active on Discord because I love the community. I appreciate you being in there, LOL. I really do. You make a difference. You are active in there. There's several of you guys that are very active in there, so just keep it up. Starting to get some movement here on GU. DXY may have tapped into that buy side liquidity, and we may start getting a reversal here. $100K is a really good amount. Whoever from our community wins it, treat it properly. I hope it will be someone from our community. It will be a public giveaway. It will not be reserved just for active members. It will be for anybody who you will need to be on the live stream to win 100%. That's not going to change, but it will be promoted and I'll be using it definitely to get some more exposure for the stream. So I'm behind, but wow, those fiver rules suck. They do, Cisco. GU is pumping up. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a pump here. A little pullback on the dollar after tapping into its buy side liquidity targets there. Euro dollar not reaching them. GU not reaching them. Again, I am still interested in shorting GU from this area here. Breaker did react very nicely off of it on US 30, oddly enough. Again, I did not have high confidence in it, mostly because of the price action we're in, but run of sell side liquidity, displaced higher, fair value gaps inside of breakers. Your stop would be pretty large because, number one, you may not have even gotten triggered. My entry probably would not have gotten triggered because it's halfway into that breaker. But be just over a 1-to-1 RR right there if you had gotten triggered in. Your stop would need to be down here below this fair value gap. So I would not have put it right up here. It would need to be at least down here, maybe even down here, which still gives you a nice 2-to-1 before you could get to the buy side liquidity. But again, not very trustworthy of that breaker right there. I'm going to be needing that 100K, but I have to pass my current challenge first. Yeah, I mean, all of us could use that 100K. Be killer. Market, it might be making some moves. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. We've got until about 10:30. It's like 8:45 to be triggered in, and then you get the London close. I haven't set this trade up yet. The trade I didn't take is about to hit 1 to 3R. The question is why didn't you take it, Muhammad? Did it fit your trading plan? And did you just fail to execute? I'm going to set up this GU trade here. I do like it. If we can get a little bit more of a pullback, I'll take this short off of this breaker. There it is. I am going to tweet that out. Just being transparent on my entries and stop losses. And TPs. All right. Get this, make sure it's set up on the other ones as well. I'll have to get triggered in. Boy, are we going to get swerved again? Everything is set up. Are we going to get swerved again? All right, I don't. I'll stay on right to the top of the hour here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get off. There's not much more to do. We've identified our trade. We've been waiting for price to get back up to our entry. It's approaching that entry. It will either get us in or it won't. If it's not tagged in by 10:30, I will be out. That still gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more 15-minute candles. If it's not triggered in by 10:30, I'll cancel the trade probably. Loyalty says, staying on the sidelines for the sell. We have been on sell since Asian session. Dollar looks overbought. G took 4-hour sell side, not in for buys now. I mean, I know what I was looking for. I know where my bias is. I was waiting for a pullback off of the London. It did pull back right up into just over a premium. I was hoping it would get up into that fair value gap, but not quite there. Maybe in the next hour, we'll take out the last hour's high and then retrace back down. See how this hourly candle opens. Ideally, I'd like to see this hourly candle open and push up, and with that top wick on the next hourly candle, tap in and then come down and put in the bottom wick and hit our TP. That's my my aim here for GU as we come into this next hour. Give us a wick up, give an entry, tap into that fair value gap with this order block, with this breaker into the OTE of the London session move, and then continue back down. Classic OTE New York entry from the London session move, paired with breakers, fair value gaps, and order blocks. You should be pretty close to that TP then. Nice. Good job, Cisco. Into the 9 o'clock hour. See if we can get a triggered entry here. Oil popping off. Setting up a nice little breaker here. You're more than welcome to trade along with me. You don't have to. That needs to meet your criteria in your system. Please do not take trades just because I'm taking them here on the live stream. These are my decisions, not yours. And you need to make your own decisions. So make sure that you're entering because it makes sense to you and it fits your trade criteria. If it does not, you should not be taking a trade. Not quite triggered in yet. It's reached up into that fair value gap, into that breaker, just into that breaker and into that fair value gap. TP hit. Good job, Cisco. It's always good to see TPs get hit. I try not to watch. I just set alerts and screenshot it after it's done. Sitting there watching it, it's not going to help. It's just going to mess with your mindset. Still not in. We have yet to be triggered. We're pretty close. I used to not have the patience and close early and move stop so tight that it closed before hitting TP. Yeah, I think everybody kind of goes through that. It's that FOMO. You have that pain of thinking that you're going to lose the profits that you're making, and so you make all those early trading failure decisions that you think you're doing it to help yourself, and you're actually hurting yourself. Man, we have not been triggered in. That is crazy. Nice. Funny enough, I gave up on a trade close to that on GU. Still not in on this. Brad, I just got back to the computer. Can you show your thoughts on oil again? Oil grabbed sell side liquidity. This is a 1 hour chart. So we've grabbed sell side liquidity and we're displacing higher. It's obviously in a big uptrend. So it's setting up a little breaker here on the 1 hour time frame. But it's running away pretty dramatically at the moment. So I'm not sure you're going to get the best entry here. But it is grab sell side liquidity here. Displaced higher. This last up move is what initiated that run on liquidity, and then you had immediate displacement. Giveaway account up 3% again. Let's go. Be back in about 10 minutes. Hopefully this GU breaker gets triggered now. We'll see. We'll see if it gets triggered. Currently just getting swerved by literally, my goodness. What is that? That is 25821 by 1 pip. My entry is 25832 and the high is 25. Well, it says here the high is 25816. The actual bespoke 8 cap MT4 or MT5 data, it's off by a pip. Hey guys, welcome. Morning, love. Well, that sucks. So does that mean we have to wait for another hour candle? Yes. If you're using the hour setup, yeah, you would want to wait for an hourly candle. You could drop down to a 30-minute. It's basically the same thing on 30, 15. Again, same thing. You could wait for another 15-minute candle to close, but I mean, the fair value gap that's going to be left behind is going to be so massive. I don't know that I would. It does not look attractive to me to get involved in that. Typically, you don't want to see that kind of displacement. You're going to want to see just displacement above and then a quick dip in before it shoots off like this. This looks like the old gold days with the gilded gals, man. My gosh, the swerve action on this is insane. Oh, God. That's brutal. It did what I wanted. Go back and watch the stream. I said I want that 9 o'clock candle to wick up as that hour opens. It did. Congrats on getting swerved for the 9,999 time. It has been my MO, it seems, for quite a bit. That would have been basically a 1-to-1 move right there had I not got swerved. It may still pop up. I don't know. We'll see. One more little pullback. Dollar CAD is dropping hard. Good Lord. Is there CAD news? All right, y'all, I'm going to call it right here. Good stream today. Thank you guys for being here. We'll continue to watch this trade. If it comes down, if it retraces here back down to the profit target area, I'll cancel it. Or if it gets to 1030 without being triggered, I will cancel it. If we get swerved, we get swerved. It is what it is. Not a big deal. But we'll be back again tomorrow, Wednesday, September 6th, 7 a.m. We'll be here. So you guys stay safe. Happy hunting. Enjoy the rest of your days. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Adios, y'all.